Most European nations face large numbers of migrant settlers. This includes Holland, France, Germany, Sweden, Spain, Belgium, Norway, Finland, and Denmark. Meanwhile, no other geographic region is being pressured to accept outsiders. There are no attempts whatsoever to integrate Japanese society, Taiwan, or Korea. The same holds true for all Middle Eastern countries. Northern Africa is also closed to foreigners. Let's also remember that several nations are geographically large and spacious, yet they remain ethnically monolithic. This includes China, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Algeria, Sudan, and Saudi Arabia. There are several large nations in South America as well, including Brazil and Argentina. Mexico is also a big nation as well, as are many Central African countries, such as Angola, Congo, and Zambia. Yet, the European continent is small by comparison. Smaller Asian nations are especially immune to mass immigration. The face of Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos have remained fully intact. The same holds true for the unchanging face of Latin America, many of whom migrate into the United States. Also, the nation of Turkey is 6 times larger than neighboring Greece, but currently attempts are being made to promote massive immigration from Turkey into Greece. And the media says that this should be considered tolerance. A similar geographic comparison can be made between Holland, which is only 16,000 square miles, and India, which is nearly 1.3 million square miles. In other words, India is nearly 81 times larger than the Netherlands. So, as you can see, Europe should be an unlikely place to be pressured by mass immigration. Now, with that said, only European nations are being forced to rapidly integrate. The small continent of Western Europe is taught to practice tolerance and diversity. Let's take Sweden, for example. There are many progressives within the media who already know that Northern European physical characteristics are not predominant. They are very lovely people and very attractive people. But if they were to blend with a person of Middle Eastern descent, their offspring would tend to look more Middle Eastern than Swedish. And the people who are promoting this massive immigration are already aware of that fact. They know that on the world scale, people with blonde hair represent a tiny minority. People with dirty blonde hair are also quite rare. In fact, people with brown colored hair are actually a relatively small minority. Meanwhile, the very dark jet black hair is a physical characteristic that almost everybody in the world has. Just go travel to Asia and you'll see what I mean. And of course, having jet black hair is nothing to be ashamed of. And if my hair was dark black, it wouldn't bother me one bit. And that's not the issue. The issue is genetic engineering. Somebody is trying to cleanse the genes. Now, if you don't think there's a conspiracy, ask yourself why you've never even heard of this from mainstream media. In fact, while large numbers of people from Muslim nations were migrating into all the European nations, we never heard anything about this from mainstream media. If it wasn't for a small handful of independent reporters, we wouldn't know anything about what's going on in the real world. In fact, even Fox News doesn't give the story, which means there is nobody in mainstream media who's telling you what's going on. So I will ask you once again, is there a conspiracy? Is there a cover-up? You'd be stupid to deny it.